Om Shanti. Lovely to see everyone. At the moment, I'm in Delhi and ORC, and I've just come from a program an hour away from ORC. And just now in the meditation, few moments of drishti, I had the feeling, who loves who more? Do you love Baba more than Baba loves you? Think about it. Who loves who more? And it's such a beautiful love. So the more you love, the more love you receive. The more you love, it's like a beautiful cycle of love. And each and every one of us, we're Baba's jewels. You know, we're Baba's hand-picked jewels. Whatever shape, size you are, Baba has picked you. And so, you know, when we talk about Baba, we talk about God. It's a fond name for the word God. God can sometimes sound very distant. And sometimes in this world, we need to draw on God's love to be able to keep circulating and keep moving. And I feel that as we finish 2020, 2021, and we step into 2022, we have to walk into 2022 with love. Because anything, any seed that is sown with love is a seed that will bear fruit. And so at this time, there are so many things uncertain in our life. Economically, financially, of course, societal-wise, and it's so difficult for people to make plans. Because before you used to make plans for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Now you can barely make plans for 1 week. You don't know what the government is going to do next week. And so in the middle of all that, when everything is so uncertain, it begs the question, what do I need to be and what do I need to do? And this is where the whole onus shifts away from mapping out and manipulating my future to right now being present in this moment and learning how to be ready now. Ready for anything now. Each one of us has to adjust to a season. I've had so many questions about the corona and this and why is it happening and is it the end of the world? And I said, look, in the history of the world, there's been worse episodes. When the Spanish flu happened at the turn of the centuries, so many millions died, millions. And they didn't have the technology or the facilities that we have today. So there's a season for everything. Don't make a season into a lifetime. That's important. Now, as per the season, it's important to recognize the season. Also in the practical aspect, we have seasons, spring, summer, autumn, winter. In the tropical country, we have monsoon, we have rainy season. Winter, we have heat season. And each of these seasons mean that we have to adjust ourselves in it. So in the West, when there's winter, what do you do in winter? you stay inside more. You get creative indoors more. If you go out, you have to wrap up, you have to protect yourself. So when I think of the season that the world is passing through, it is now the winter of humanity. Situations outside are so delicate and fragile that, it's like stepping on eggshells now. And so what's important at this time is to create a sense of safety and security inside ourselves. Because we're starting to realize that everything that we thought was our security is no longer our security, guaranteed. Today you have a house, tomorrow you might not have one. Today you have a job, tomorrow you won't have one. Today you may have some facilities, tomorrow something happens, you may not have one. Floods, earthquakes, these are big realities right now. And yet inside, what does it mean to create a sense of safety and security? Because, to be able to renew myself, I have to adjust to the season, but at the same time, internally, to bring the best out of who I am, I have to create safety, mental safety and security. And just today, I was talking about how important in these times, in order for us to turn adversities into opportunities, it's so important to be able to keep a stable mind. The possibilities are endless when you have a stable mind. In every hidden adversity, there is a chance to create something new. So, I will only be able to see the nuggets of newness. I'll be able to see the hidden opportunity if my mind is stable and clear. So what I want to talk about today is more the preparation that's required to be able to stay open to all possibilities and to maximize the time that we're going through. Maximize our chances of success personally in the times we're going through. So as I mentioned, the first priority is really understanding myself inside and creating a stable and secure mental environment. And what do I need to do for that? With anything, it's an investment. If you want to build strength in your muscles, you go and exercise. You go and work out at the gym. In the same way, if you want to build a strong mind, you have to work it out. You have to work out. And what is the workout? I want to take you through a little practice that will start to help bring a sense of security, quietness, calmness, stability inside. Because the mind that you call your mind isn't your mind. It's a product of all influences, old belief systems, and it's like running its own channel. And you're running behind it like a slave. But first thing to understand that the mind by itself is actually nothing. Because behind even the thoughts that you have, there is a power operating internally. there is a deep energy and a power that actually has the ability to create thought. And when I access that, and I even step behind those thoughts, and I learn to access that inner power, then I can bring my mind under my control. Because the mind is only an extension of that inner power. So wherever you're sitting, I want you to sit up straight, both feet on the floor, your spine straight. And I'm going to take you through a little tension releasing exercise. So I want you to tighten all the muscles in your legs and feet. Tighten your calf muscles, thigh muscles, your buttock muscles. Clench your toes. Hold it and release. And again, tighten your leg muscles, thigh muscles, calf muscles, and release. And now tighten all the muscles in your stomach and chest. Pull in your stomach. Tighten all the chest muscles and release. And again, and release. And now tighten all the muscles in your shoulders, arms, and hands. You can clench your fists and release. And once more. And release. And now close your eyes and tighten all the muscles in your face and neck. Pull your ears back. Your forehead muscles, your neck muscles, cheeks. And release. And once more. And release. And now your whole body. Tighten every single muscle in your body. Your legs, feet, arms, hands, stomach, chest, face, neck. And release. And once more. And release. And now take a deep breath in and out. And as you breathe in, just visualize yourself breathing in pure white light. And this light is infiltrating every cell in your body as you breathe in. It's filling you with light and dissolving all the tension in the body. And as you breathe out, exhale all the tension. And now let your attention become present in this moment now. And I want you to just feel yourself inside. There's like a living energy, a current of energy inside. It's giving life to this body, pumping blood around the body. It's making you breathe. It's listening through these ears. It's looking out through these eyes. Just feel this energy in the body. Feel yourself inside. And now visualize all that energy concentrating, rising up and concentrating behind your eyes. All this subtle energy that's a life-giving force. You can't see it with these eyes, but it's quietly giving life. All of this energy concentrates into a star of light. behind these eyes. And say to yourself very slowly in your mind 3 times, I am a star of peace. I am a star of peace. I am a star of peace. And immediately you begin to feel a lightness inside. Everything becomes quiet. And now slowly open your eyes and look out in front of you. And you will feel a freshness in your vision, a clarity in your vision. And in this state, it's almost as if you don't have a mind. That old mind has become quiet. It's this kind of exercise that helps us to start to create stability, because mental stability is created when you concentrate your energies. Concentration and stability have a deep connection. Most of the time, our minds are dispersed. So many different things we put our mind into. We think about people and their variety personalities. We think about details of situation. We're always taking the mind into detail after detail after detail. And we lose a lot of our mind power as a result. And the more you go into the detail of something, what happens? What happens? When you go into the detail of something, it's endless. So your mind never stops, never feels stable. So from time to time, it's so important to be able to stop. Hit the pause button, concentrate all my energy, and let myself experience stability and security. Because when you practice creating a stable consciousness and a stable mind, you will finish fear. Fear is only the byproduct of an unstable mind. When you were just practicing this reflection, did you feel fear? No. You felt calm. You felt focused. So this is the antidote. And this is the preparation that we need to start having immediately. It's this preparation that keeps us ready. It allows us to remain ever ready in the face of any test paper. So this preparation is so important because it refreshes our perspective. And then it doesn't matter what's happening. We can see the opportunity in the adversity. We can see the possibility for growth and change. So with those few words, I'd like to stop there.
Thank you, sister. That's so refreshing and empowering. So I took some essence from the talk. So we walk into 2022 with love, and we say, love is the seed which bear fruit, and I must create mental safety and security. So for that, I have to bring myself internally, build the strength inside. I have to learn to access the inner power. That's an investment. Short, very short points I took. Then now we are moving on to our next session. Will be an interaction session with Sister Gopi. For that, there'll be 3 participants. Firstly, Bhargavi Shanti Kumar. She is from a field of human resource, talent management and acquisition. She works at DHL Global and currently she's in Sri Lanka. Next, Satish Vivekanandan. He's a chartered accountant, currently works in Dubai. Thirdly, Hiruna Dayawansha, a student of psychological studies at AIMS Institute. Welcome.
Nice to see everyone.
Nice to meet you, Sister Gopi. And I think you encapsulated very well the essence of what mind is. So happy to hear that, and it's the most pressing need of the time, I feel, is what we are all going through. Uncertainty is certain, as you rightfully said. But somehow I've always had this question within me that I think it's the right platform to ask and seek your guidance along with that. I specifically remember that you mentioned that mind is it's a product of everything. And what happens, what challengings is, what I personally feel is all those experiences that as an individual, what I have gathered and the informations, be it at workplace, be it personally, sometimes there are certain perceptions that are built, when I try to wanting to bring a change, and those perceptions are interfering with the reality. And there's a specific time where we interact with different people from different backgrounds, different understandings. So specifically at workplace or be it with family, how do we come out of these perception that actually does not allow to bring that newness within an individual? Because sometimes I find it really challenging, unconsciously, so to say, not with intentionally. Is there a method or a practice that we could come out of these perceptions so that the mind is fresh, clear, and is able to create that new beginning rather than holding on to such limited beliefs?
Good question. I think one is it's very important to understand the difference between what I have and what I am. This requires a deeper understanding of self. So what I have is I have skills, I have talents, I have beliefs, I have even perceptions, I have memories. All of this is acquired. But what I am is something much deeper. And in Rajayoga meditation, one of the practices we have is of connecting and understanding myself to be that soul that is beyond gender, position, culture, race, religion, that is the softest being of pure energy inside, of goodness. And so it's almost like you take off this physical costume, that's an identity, it's like a costume, and you're left with a light inside. And the more you practice becoming soul conscious, and you start to ground yourself in this experience of, this is who I am. This is what I have. It's not me. Because the moment you take ownership and you say, my perception, my belief, my memory, when you say mine to something, it has power over you. So in the first moment, I have to disown that filter. It's acquired, it came, it's an influence. It's not mine. I am something separate. I am that being inside, that is that being of light inside. And when you start to feel yourself as the soul inside, and you concentrate your energies, two things will happen. You will start to see through the facade of everything around you. You know, most times when we just see with these eyes, just these eyes, we see the body, we see the facial expression, we see the weakness, and it bugs us. But when you start to really stabilize in soul consciousness, immediately you don't see all of that. You start to actually feel the soul you're talking to. Huh? Like right now, who am I speaking to? I'm not speaking to a female. I'm speaking to a soul in a female body. And the beautiful thing is that when you start relating to the soul, then you understand that even the poor soul is under an influence of its own habits. So there is nobody to blame for anything. And it creates so much. The second thing it creates is compassion and mercy. Because this beautiful little soul has also got its own packaging. Has its weakness, has its strengths, and in some moment is under the influence of a weakness. It's okay. So this is the beauty of soul consciousness. It really helps us to relate to each other as souls. Not just human beings, but souls. And in that way, a soul conscious vision will start to clear the path. It will keep your feelings clean, and it will keep your vision clean. Okay.
Thank you, sister.
Tish, we can't hear you, Angel.
Yes, thank you very much for giving this opportunity to interact with Sister Gopi and Sister Bhargavi and listening to others here. So Sister Gopi, while you are sharing, you touched upon this power of concentration, and even current circumstances, even those who are our colleagues and friends, they also shared with me also that similar issues in terms of able to focus on one thing for a substantial period of time. So constant distractions in terms of while they are working and doing some tasks, basically. So but I also understand even it's affecting throughout the life, in terms of not only work, while driving also getting distracted with so many things, and even while we have lunch or breakfast and people are sitting and still they are busy with their own gadgets, and they are not interacting in a way of exchanging that energies what we are facing nowadays. So what could be the root cause of these things happening nowadays? More and more kind of distraction, and people are only holding onto the gadgets and not coming out and interacting with the people, and how it's linked overall, and how it can be improved for a kind of, nowadays also they say mindfulness, or the kind of increase the quality of life in terms of whatever we are doing, it may be, if you could, yeah.
What I see more and more now is, when people have pain inside, then they want to distract themselves away from that pain. When you think about it, many people, they can't face themselves. Much rather go and do something else than actually sit and look at yourself, meet yourself. You much rather go meet your friends, go to the cinema, do other things, but not meet yourself. And I think the secret here to understand is that however I see myself is how others will see me. Because that's the vibration and that's the hologram I project. And if my relationship and the way I see myself, if that is a little bit twisted or not comfortable, then it will be the same. I will be struggling with other people's perception of me. And being distracted is only a reaction to something. And that something is some form of discontentment inside, a stage of feeling meaninglessness, purposelessness, pain or sorrow, something like this. And so what's so important at this time is to actually start to meet yourself with love. It's very, very crucial. This is the one relationship that life is showing you many, many mirrors to say, look at yourself, meet yourself. Because if you're seeing something in someone who is seeing it, you're seeing it. It means you have that filter and that lens. That's why you can see that. If you put rose-colored glasses, what do you see? Pink. You put yellow-colored glasses, what do you see? Yellow. If you put weakness glasses, what do you see? Weakness. If you have judgment inside you, what do you see? Judgment. So understand the secret that whatever you are seeing, be careful. Don't believe everything you see, because it is only a reflection of what's already inside you. And it means I have to clean myself inside. I don't go out, I go even deeper inside to meet myself with love, with patience, with respect, and to reconcile with my own heart and mind, to begin a conversation with myself. Kindly, who am I? What am I here for? What do I want in my life? Start that conversation. Because if you delay that conversation, you are only increasing your discontentment. And the more discontentment there is inside, the more distractive your lifestyle will be. Because you keep running away from your discontent. So it's so important at this time that we have to meet ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to love ourselves. And we have to have a powerful, honest conversation with ourselves. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sister Gopi, for that.
Happy to join Gopi and everyone today. So, as you know, I'm a student. We have exams. So 2021 was quite difficult because there were so many exams. And the thing about exam is not even studying, but when you study for an exam, you fear that if you do anything else other than studying, you think, oh, I'm going to fail. So if I go out with my friends or be with my family, I would be like, oh, I'm going to fail this exam. And I work hard, even though I study for like 6-7 hours a day. Honestly, I would still do anything unrelated to my studies. I would have a fear. So actually, honestly, had very close symptoms to anxiety attacks because of exams. So my question is that we have so many opportunities. When we have 365 days, we have so many opportunities. But when we grab onto the other opportunities, we feel like we are missing out the most important opportunity that we have, which is not even true, because there are so many opportunities that we are getting. So I want to really ask, I think every student will have this question, how to prioritize the opportunities and still do things without getting fear of missing out certain things. I think you amazingly elaborate on all the questions. So this question will be one of easy one for you.
You know, there is a saying, when you live in the past, you live in anxiety. If you live in the future, you live in worry. But if you live in the present, you live in peace. And what is really important is that we learn to be here and now so that we can maximize each moment. Because if you maximize each moment, you've already created your best future. Right? Now, what's important in this process? This ability to keep balance is important. You know, your productivity will increase tenfold when you stay balanced. When you do something too much, you burden your mind. And so, understand your mind. It's like a child. What does it need to stay fresh and light and happy? Give it that. And of course, scientifically, we know you need break every 20 minutes so that your concentration levels stay. You need to go and refresh your mind with something. You need to go and rest a little bit. You need to go and do what you have to do, but balance it out. And that way, what happens is your retaining power increases. Your ability to stay clear-minded remains. And balance brings with it happiness and bliss. So you can accomplish a lot, but you have to learn to manage your timetable in a balanced way. That's important. Go for a walk. You know, if I have to study or if I have to intensely concentrate on something, I get up and I go for a walk for 20 minutes. I refresh myself. And I come back. I will never work when I'm tired. Nothing goes in. And when you work when you're tired, what happens? You create a habit of not assimilating information. That habit works against you. And it makes you even more worried. You've got to fail your exam. Why did you keep working when you're tired? You're out of balance. So the art here is to understand yourself and to know I've got to keep my energy light. Because if I keep my energy light, my assimilation power increases. My mental clarity stays so that I can study a lot in a short space of time. And then I can go and play and do what I have to. Yeah, is that clear?
Yes, it's very clear. I think everyone can try it on next year and pass more exams sooner.
Yeah, and in the middle, in between, keep taking short breaks. The mind needs a rest.
Yes.
I have a glass of water here. If I was to hold it in my hand for 1 minute, it's okay. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, it would start to feel heavy.
Yeah.
The same with studying. You can't keep going on your mind. Give it enough, 20 minutes, then give it a break, refresh it, come back again. Then you don't feel the burden of whatever you have to work on.
Yeah, true. Thank you very much for that answer.
Okay, so thank you for, it's very interactive and thank you for that. Next, we will be having a guided meditation by Sister Gopi.
Okay. So everybody, again, sit up straight wherever you are. And take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And bring your body to a state of rest. And be grateful for this body. It supports you. Be grateful for your breath. Be grateful for your intellect. And be grateful to yourself. You are that beautiful soul. The soul that has so much richness inside. And feel your beauty inside. Feel your goodness inside. You are a child of God. You are a gift to Mother Earth. You are so precious. You are a diamond. You are deeply loved and accepted by God. Whatever you are, however you are completely accepted by God. God relates to the soul inside. The body belongs to the 5 elements, but the soul belongs to God. It doesn't matter what your packaging is. In God's eyes, you are a special diamond. Always see yourself as this diamond that is being held in God's vision. And when you see yourself as this diamond, you will start to see the diamond in others. And the light and the sparkle of diamonds will illuminate a pathway in the darkness. Say to yourself in your mind, I am a diamond of love and light. I am a diamond of love and light. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.
On behalf of organizing committee, I express my gratitude to our beloved sister Gopi to take out time from a busy schedule to grace the event. Hope each of us to benefit. I especially got a lot. And thank you for inspiring and encouraging us with your words. I must thank the organizing team, volunteers, translators to make this webinar successful. I congratulate all the webinars as well as the participants for their time and active participation. Thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. We wish you all a happy new year, and sister, we wish you a successful new year, and we will meet once again.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to be with all of you, and from my heart, love, blessings, and good wishes for a beautiful Christmas and New Year, and may the next year be filled and all your dreams come true.